What is going on, fam? Thank you very much for tuning in today. We're going to be doing a book review on Carli Lloyd's When Nobody Was Watching Memoir. Now, before we get into today's video, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you leave a comment if there was something that you did or did not disagree with. But moving forward, we're going to be talking about why I truly enjoyed reading Carli Lloyd's memoir. Carli Lloyd's memoir, When Nobody Was Watching, is a struggle and the perseverance regarding how she made it to the top of the soccer world. For those of you who don't know who Carli Lloyd is, I'm going to go ahead and read you a synopsis of what you can anticipate in this book. Carli Lloyd is a co-captain of the U.S. women's national soccer team and the reigning FIFA World Player of the Year after leading the team to victory in 2015 World Cup. The midfielder also scored the gold medal, winning goals in both the 2008 and 2012 Olympics before leading the team to the 2016 Games in Rio. She has played in 3 FIFA Women's World Cup tournaments, helping the U.S. win bronze in 2007, silver in 2011, and finally gold in 2015. She was awarded the FIFA Golden Ball and the Silver Boot in 2015. The New Jersey native currently plays for the Houston Dash in the National Women's Soccer League. There was a lot that I learned in Carli Lloyd's When Nobody Was Watching. For those of you who aren't really familiar with soccer, it is still a good read. Granted, you may not understand all the jargon or how the visual effects that are conveyed in the book, because it's very, very vivid. I will tell you this. If you are not a soccer player, or if you've never played soccer, or you're not comfortable understanding how the game is played, it may be a little bit too complex for you to understand. However, I do accredit Wayne Coffey, her co-author in this book, a lot, because it allowed you to feel as if you're physically in the games that she was playing. But even the scenes or the chapters or the sections where they're not talking about actual soccer games, there's a lot that you can learn regarding family, her relationships, money, social status, and her overall personal self. Now that you understand the synopsis, the 3 things that I learned in this book were patience, hard work, and humbleness. A lot of people, they think that things are supposed to be granted to them. Some people are naturally talented in whatever it is that they do. It could be in engineering, it could be in computer programming, it could be in underwater basket weaving, it could be in hockey. Some people have a naturally raw talent in their particular field, in their particular subject. The problem is that if you don't have a coach, or if you've never been humbled, or you've never accepted accountability for your mistakes, that shitty attitude is what's going to hold you back from persevering in life, because you're not humble, because your 80% is somebody else's 100%. But if you can learn to master the core fundamentals of whatever it is that you're doing, I'm going to take accounting, for example. If you can master accounts receivable, accounts payable, staff accounting, cost accounting, managerial accounting, I'm going on a rant here. But if you get the gist of it, if you can master the core fundamentals and principles, then it's going to be much easier for you to make it to the top. So where does the whole point of this book start to unravel? It actually dates back to 2013 when she was cut from a junior league of the National Women's Soccer Team here for the USA. Essentially, she was cut because of her shitty attitude, and she lacked a lot in the core fundamentals. Core fundamentals is something that you can read about the book if you want to learn about soccer itself. But really, her shitty attitude and the fact that she knew she had raw talent, but she didn't want to be humbled, over time, she had to ask herself, do I want to go to some 8-to-5 job, or do I want to continue pursuing soccer? There was no gray in here. It was either soccer or it was shitty job. And she decided, with the help of her dad's friend or a colleague, she met a coach, James Galanis. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Galanis is Galanis. Who met her at the crossroads and said, if you want to make it to the top, you're going to have to commit this time. That meant she was working 2 to 3 hour sessions 4 to 5 times per week outside of any team practice, of any other practice, any other workout. She was putting in those hours. When she was in college, she wasn't in class, she was probably working out. She had to understand that if she wanted to make it to the top, there were no exceptions. She was committed 110%. For whatever it is that you want to accomplish in life, you need to be committed 110%, no matter what. She started from 2003, and she won the FIFA World Cup in 2015. That doesn't account for her losing respect, any kind of scandals. Her family shunned her from being able to have close relationships. Her boyfriend at the time broke up with her because they weren't able to see eye to eye. She was getting into arguments with her teammates, and her teammates ousted her. She also sustained a couple of injuries that put her on edge because now she's anxious that she had all this good momentum going, and then because of an injury, she got set back. And not only that, because she had to go through abundance of coaches to tell her that she is or is not good, considering that her personal trainer, James, is not her coach, it's her personal trainer, she could not control her coach's preferences. Meaning that whoever was at the end of the line, Carli Lloyd, could not control those coaches' preferences. It goes to the point where she had to take it the way it was and keep moving forward. If we have to understand what you're going to get from this book, you're going to get that she's a 12-year overnight success. She went through dog shit. She went through pain. She went through suffering. There are still things that people don't agree with her with. But you know what? That is the whole purpose of trying to make it to the top. Her hard-fought journey to the top of the soccer world is a 12-year overnight success. So if you plan on starting a new endeavor, if you plan on starting a new business, if you plan on reaching your next objective or your ultimate goal, it's going to take you not overnight. It's going to take you years, months, days of dog shit over and over again. You're going to be filled with self-doubt. To make it to the top, you have to persevere, keep moving forward. Regardless of the circumstances, you have to ask yourself, are you committed no matter what? If you want to pick up this book, it is a must read. It teaches you a lot about how to climb the social hierarchy, how to make it to the top. It talks about social status, and most people don't tell you, your content creators, your influencers, they don't tell you the dog shit. The people who are pretentious, the ones that tell you, oh, they're happy when inside they're really depressed. This book, Carli Lloyd tells it all. She was not holding anything back. So I highly recommend, before you start any new endeavor, to pick up this book. I assure you, you will not be disappointed. It may be a little bit off-putting because you don't understand how soccer is supposed to be played. Don't you worry about that. It's still a really good read. I mean, I give it a 4.5 out of 5 only because of that takeaway. But Wayne Coffey really knew how to bring everything together and make things very clear for the average reader. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, make sure you leave them down below. Don't you forget to hit that like button, follow, or subscribe button. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I am now LinkedIn, Pinterest, Tumblr, and TikTok. The link to purchase this book will be down below. And if you have any questions, make sure you reach out. Until next time, guys, stay tuned. Take care.